where we left off was in this EMF umbrella effect space of, body potential, Richard Feynman. And I'm curious, maybe you could explain that a little bit and get us going here into why grounding can be, more or protective and beneficial for against EMFs.
Yeah. So one of the common assertions with grounding is that you're protected against these EMFs, these electromagnetic fields, these non-natural man-made electromagnetic fields, which is partially true. It's not entirely true. There's a part of those EMFs that grounding is really good at redirecting, and that's the electrical side of things. That's the electric fields. So grounding is really good at redirecting those electric fields. The magnetic portion of that is a different story. That's very hard to shield against, and so grounding is not effective for that aspect of non-natural EMFs, particularly the ones that we're concerned with, these extremely low frequency non-natural electromagnetic fields, radio frequencies, which can all have detrimental effects on the body. They can induce voltages on the body, and these are measurable too. But so the claim that they're protecting you against EMFs is partially true. It's the electric side of things, the electric fields.
The way I see it is, it's protective against like electric fields, but then it's also like solving or helping reduce the burden from being exposed to it, right? Because you're getting that free electron flow, which non-native EMFs are stealing via, causing oxidative stress in a short story there. Mm-hmm. So it is complicated. And you said this was like a challenging area to research and write your book about, right?
Yeah. This chapter was pretty challenging to write because I did a lot of research on it to write this chapter. And if you go out there and you collect a lot of these articles that are, made available on PubMed and all that, you won't find like a conclusive answer to it. There are researchers out there that say, just don't worry about it. They're not strong enough to really have to create these physiological changes in the body. And then there's some researchers that are just like, we need to stay absolutely away from these. These are awful for you. They're gonna ruin your health. So it was
EMFs in general. Is that what you're saying? Okay.
Well, non-natural.
Yeah, non-native, non-natural. Okay.
Yeah, we're always exposed to some sort of electromagnetic fields, natural, that are naturally occurring. Yeah. But the ones we're concerned with are the ones that are man-made. It was really difficult to write that chapter because of the lack of consensus in that particular area. I think from a common sense standpoint, to think that we're exposing ourselves to these frequencies, these man-made EMFs that are inducing voltages on our body and in our body, and to think that's not going to do anything as far as long-term health effects, that's a little silly to me. So that's how I try and approach it. But from a research standpoint, that was a difficult chapter to tackle.